A busy morning here on 9 News as countless Coloradans get ready to travel for the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Erica Lopez in for Jordan Chavez this morning. Thank you for starting your day with us. If you're planning to drive just about anywhere this week, 9 News reporter Jennifer Meckles has a warning for you this morning.
You've heard of DUI patrols, speed checks, even seatbelt enforcement. Today, state troopers are doing a different kind of operation on Colorado highways.
If a rental car is part of your travel journey, don't be one of the customers who gets stuck paying hidden fees. We've got a quick tip that could save you hundreds.
And further ahead, we have a fire safety warning about a product that could be in your house after a popular rebate program.
Severe weather has been making tricky air travel even tougher, with staff evacuating the control tower at the busiest airport in the world in Atlanta. According to the FAA, a different control facility had to take over for about 15 minutes, but between the evacuation and the weather, more than 400 flights there were delayed.
Here at DIA, we're already tracking more than a dozen delays. It's still early, though. Katie LaSalle with our Weather Impact team joins us this morning. We're going to be taking a look at the 7-day in a moment, but first, we do want to talk about the big picture with the weather. That cold is going to have an impact, snowy conditions potentially, whether you're flying or driving for the holidays. So we kind of want to help folks out with that.
The timing, it really looks like Friday night through Saturday is when we'll be bracing for more widespread snow for Colorado's high country. First flakes of the season expected in Denver, but yes, it could put a damper on some travel for Saturday and Sunday. I'll show you what we're expecting to see with that storm system momentarily. But out the door this morning, just want to let you know, it is colder. It's only 26 degrees right now. Winds are calm. If you have any travel plans for today, a live look at the I-70 corridor right now. It is dry heading up to the tunnel. You will find some northern mountain snow flurries for today, but really no impacts for our drive through at least Thanksgiving and Friday afternoon. Temperature-wise, we're in the teens only in Greeley. Low 20s out at the airport. We have seen some gusty winds over the eastern plains, making wind chill values. The feels like temperatures even chillier. So just be prepared for a nice crisp morning out there. Temperatures are below freezing. As we get into 9 o'clock, only at 31 degrees still. And later on today, we're expecting highs in the upper 40s. This is seasonal for this time of the year. Partly sunny skies. Denver's average high out at Denver International Airport is 49, and that's what we're expecting by 3 p.m. The mountains today will start to introduce some warmer air later on, but looking ahead to our Thanksgiving outlook here for the Denver area and all across Colorado, mostly sunny skies, dry, a high of 54 expected. Our 3-day forecast today, partly cloudy and cool, 49 degrees, 54 and sunshine tomorrow. Overnight lows will fall to the 20s each morning. Friday, it's the warm before the storm. We are bracing for some widespread winter weather. Any travel impacts, it's not going to be until Friday night. We'll see that snow move into the mountains. Right now, it's a rain-snow mix first here for the metro area and eastern plains. Could even see some slick roadways out across northeastern Colorado, potentially some sleet and ice, snow possible and likely. Now it looks like here for the Denver area, the Front Range and eastern plains early Saturday. We'll look ahead at some of the totals we're expecting to see with this system and just how cold it will get this weekend. Still to come, Brianna.
Thank you so much. 6:02 is your time for this Wednesday morning, and we have our first crash of the morning. So this is a live look right now from our glitchy CDOT camera. So I-25 and I-70 for those heading southbound. It looks like CDOT's about to move those cameras, but you can kind of make out the vehicles that were involved in this crash. Unclear how many vehicles, because it's still pretty dark out there, but I can see that that left shoulder is partially blocked. So I do want to give you your drive times and also your wait times if you're heading to Denver International Airport, because this looks very different than when I mentioned it about 25 minutes ago. For West Security, it's up now 12 to 16 minutes if you're waiting there. And then East Security, we're almost at 30 minutes. Earlier this morning, it was about to 6 to 10. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this. So especially if you're heading to Denver International Airport and have a flight later this morning, that's what you can expect for those security wait times. Headed to DIA, we are seeing a bit of a slowdown as soon as you approach Peña. So this is eastbound I-70 along Peña Boulevard, not seeing any overnight construction and no crashes to report. But of course, if anything changes throughout the morning, we will keep you updated.
Brianna, thank you so much. Whether you're driving down the road or out of state this week, the roads will be packed with holiday travelers at the same time that we're finally going to see our first real taste of winter weather.
Right. Jennifer Meckles joins us live this morning with a heads up on a few things to know before you hit the road. Good morning.
Good morning. In the spirit of everyone cooking this week, we'll say we've got all the ingredients we need, guys, here, but it's not necessarily a good recipe because we've got people in a hurry, lots of people on the road, and as Katie explained, really our first taste of winter weather, and all of those are converging into one super fun weekend on the roads. So let's talk about first what we definitely know is happening today. Colorado State Patrol is out doing a new kind of enforcement campaign for their Move Over law in honor of a trooper that was killed 9 years ago this week. So it was this week, back in 2016, that State Trooper Cody Donahue was hit and killed working a crash on I-25 near Castle Rock. And there have been other people who've been hit since. We've seen troopers, CDOT workers, everyday drivers just trying to change a tire. So in Trooper Donahue's memory today, state troopers and Douglas County deputies are out patrolling in specifically Dougco, I-25 and 470, looking for anybody who's pulled over, whether it's an emergency vehicle or again, an everyday driver, and making sure the other drivers are moving over, giving them a free lane between or slowing down, at least 20 miles an hour slowing down. Also, as we look ahead to this weekend and this potential snow, remember, we have a traction law in place up in the high country. Don't you dare try to drive up I-70 without your four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and your winter tires. If you don't have those kind of tires, you have no business up there, or at the very least pack your chains. Because if you do get stuck and CSP has to bail you out, this is what happens.
You're not following the proper traction laws, you can become stuck on the road, which then would enter for you to have to get that assistance, whether it be from a trooper, tow operator, which then you may receive a citation. And then on top of a tow bill, those costs can start to stack, which then can in turn hurt your pocketbook.
Also, if you have ever sat in I-70 traffic on your way to go ski or just go somewhere on the weekend and you're wondering to yourself, like I sometimes do, why is everyone and their mother sitting here with me? Like, what are y'all doing? Here is a stat just for you, because CDOT told us some holiday stats, just in case you're interested. So last Thanksgiving, they counted 31,000 drivers through the tunnels on the Wednesday and the Thursday, each day of Thanksgiving week. And then coming home, this is the big one, guys, right? It's always the coming home. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 40 to 43,000 per day on those days, which is not a holiday party that I am trying to attend. But I just know everyone's coming home Sunday. So if that's you too, you cannot say you've been surprised because I've told you this information.
Jenny, my goodness, you're laying it down for us this morning and all of the drivers.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you ladies the truth here.
Jenny, don't play. Girl, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Well, a lot of Thanksgiving travelers will be taking to the roads. You might also only be driving for just a part of your journey, getting a rental car to cover up a leg of the trip. So before you book, we've got some help for you. A little advanced planning could actually save you hundreds of dollars. Our NBC News partners in Nashville did a comparison for shopping. They found some providers at certain locations are piling on hidden fees. So their solution: book in advance when you can. Make sure that you understand the cancellation policy. Comparison shop with different providers. And if you can live without the convenience, don't set your pickup location at the airport. Sometimes you can actually get the same vehicle from the same company for hundreds of dollars less just by picking it up a little bit down the road, even if you have to take a rideshare or a taxi to get there. Good tips.
This happened to my brother when
Yes?
they came in yesterday. They were trying to tack on all these fees. It went from like $130 to $400.
That's
all of a sudden.
crazy.
Yes, you really have to know those
What's
little
going on.
fine things in there, the fine print. Some travelers are so fed up with traffic and airport problems, they're traveling by train instead this year. Amtrak says ridership was way up last Thanksgiving and jumped higher again this year. It's possible the government shutdown was top of mind when some people made their travel plans.
We were actually already seeing the increase prior to the shutdown. And then certainly I think as air travel had become somewhat less reliable, a lot of folks were looking to maybe do something different this year, didn't feel like driving, don't want to deal with the hassle of the airport. And so they are deciding to take the train.
Travel by train. I love it.
I like it a
so
lot.
Fun. AAA is expecting 82 million Americans to travel for this holiday. That is up by 1.6 million people compared to last year.
Developing this morning, a federal judge has ruled ICE is making illegal arrests in Colorado, saying agents skipped legally required steps by taking people into custody without a warrant. The judge says ICE must determine probable cause and conduct a flight risk assessment before making warrantless arrests, which could dampen ICE activity in the state for the time being. The Department of Homeland Security has called this an activist ruling and is expected to appeal.
Tina Peters is staying put in a state prison in Colorado. The Colorado Department of Corrections told 9 News late last night that it doesn't plan to respond to the Trump administration's request to turn over Peters. President Trump is demanding her release. Peters is a former Republican clerk in Mesa County. She is serving 9 years for a scheme that tampered with voting systems. Earlier this month, the Department of Justice asked to take custody of Peters. Last night, a Department of Corrections spokesperson said the state believes the transfer request is only initiated by the state, not by the federal government. A consumer warning for you this morning. Federal regulators say the batteries in a popular e-bike brand could be a fire hazard. There is a good chance this might impact you because thousands of people in Denver bought these bikes through the city's rebate program. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the lithium-ion batteries on Rad Power bikes can unexpectedly ignite and explode. They cited 31 reports of fires. The company disagrees with the regulator's assessment and couldn't come to terms on a recall, saying the fires make up a fraction of 1% of the actual batteries that are on the market. According to Denver's Climate, more than a third of all e-bike rebates they have issued have been spent on Rad bikes. In a statement, Rad says that all lithium-ion batteries can pose a fire risk if they are damaged, exposed to water or high temperatures. So inspect your batteries before you use them.